Hi, I'm Jay Thomas from Jay Thomas Auto, and welcome to another update here at the swap shop. And I've got Tyson Buhr with me, and we're going to take a look at what's new here. Some projects that are now rolled in here, but a bunch that are also wrapped up. Tyson, we got to start with a few, because last time we did an update, there was like a maroon-colored Chev Halfton in here. That's all finished.
It's all done and out of here.
Right, that was getting some work done.
We got that running last week, Monday or something like that. Yep. And so a customer came and picked it up Friday, and so we're excited to have that out of here. And now we've got room for new stuff. So,
exactly. Still a few, like this Camaro.
Yeah.
Hanging around, still waiting.
Still waiting for that. And
it's, it's not like they're, you guys don't have things to do, but I mean, parts are kind of backed up right now. Shipping's really crazy. Everything's weird, right?
It's really hard to get stuff. It seems like there's just a lot of stuff that's hard to get here in time. And I mean, I guess everyone's building projects in winter, so speed shops are plugged up, but what can you do?
Exactly. So this is here. There's another Camaro that's still waiting for the engine to come in, and it was maybe even supposed to be today, but it's not here yet.
That's what we were told. It was supposed to be in today, so we had our fingers crossed, and I guess we should have crossed our toes too.
Another thing that is out of here too, and I got to go for a drive in it before it left, but the Lorraine's Blazer.
Yep.
Right? That's been shipped.
Yeah. Yeah, Mom and Dad drove down last week, and they brought it down with them, so it's going to live down there for the rest of its life probably now.
In Phoenix, yeah. By the way, if you're looking for something to get hauled to the States, a vehicle specifically, get a hold of Russ Buhr, because he's kind of coming back and forth all the time. He's got his big rig there, flat deck trailer, and that's, in fact, some of the projects we're going to look at today came back with him on the last trip, right?
Exactly, yeah. And he also... if you're looking to buy a nice rust-free project of some sort from there, he can source it for you and deal with all the brokerage and get it here, and we'd love to put a motor in it for you if you wanted.
Cool.
So, yeah. All
right, let's take a look at what's new here.
All right.
Okay, Tyson, we got to start with something actually pretty cool that you've been doing in your spare time. You're here like all day. Like you're working on cars in the morning.
I typically work like 8 in the morning till like midnight sometimes, so I kind of got my hands full right now, but I can't complain.
Yeah, well, this is the thing you've been working on in the evening, this sweet chopper with this bike.
Yeah, I'm actually building this for a competition in California. It's kind of neat. It's sort of been a dream of mine, and yeah, just sort of doing it. So
okay, walk me through what's the frame.
So the frame it's kind of a mix of a bunch of stuff. It's got like late 40s axle plates, and then some parts from the 60s, some castings like the transmission section and stuff, and then like a 70s neck, and I actually just kind of pieced it all together and built a frame out of it. So it's like I lowered the backbone and chopped a huge section out for the rear head. And it's obviously a really small tank. I'll be running fuel through the backbone.
That's cool.
And then oil in the fender, and just some trick stuff. It's inspired by like 60s drag race bikes and show bikes and whatever. So
cool.
So just doing that in my spare time for fun.
And engine is what? I don't know even by looking at it. So what is it?
It's a 1964 Harley motor. It's called a Panhead.
Cool. So all the bike guys will be like, "What? You didn't know what that was?" No, I don't have a clue.
That's okay. You're better off not knowing.
Okay, we're gonna start with the first cool project in here. Look at the glory this is. It's a 70, we think 6 or 7. 77.
I kind of feel like a dork for not knowing what year it is.
I think it's a 77. We were doing some Googling. Yeah. It's a Pinto wagon.
Yeah.
But it's like from factory with this sweet ass window in it, right?
Yeah, it's really wild. Ford actually did this, and they built a matching van in the 70s, and they're very neat. I'd only seen pictures of them, and our customer basically said they had a Pinto that they wanted to be really cool, and then this thing showed up and kind of peed my pants a little bit. It's right up my alley. So
now it showed up like this, basically no powertrain in it, right?
Yep.
There was nothing. But what is going in it, you think, is this?
Yeah. So this is it's a 347 stroker motor out of a Fox body. So we'll be running that motor and that tranny behind it. And it's actually getting a Pro Charger as well, so it's going to be quite the street machine.
Really? So, I'm going to be really impressed when you wedge that into this thing, because it's, we were talking about it earlier, there's not a lot of room, is there?
It's going to be a challenge for sure, but I'm really excited for it. It's going to it's fun to kind of make your brain work a bit and do some fab work and just make it happen. So we're really excited about it.
Well, look at this. Okay, so the plate says March 1998, and it's a SAS plate, right?
Yep.
And the cool thing that I spotted back here on the back window, hard to see, CHAB 800. That's a Moose Jaw station.
Yeah.
So this is a Saskatchewan car.
Which that does make it really cool, because as far as I'm aware, it's quite a rare thing. I can't imagine, like, it's quite a niche. Like, I don't know many guys who would be excited about a Pinto, but I think they're quite rare. So it's really cool. And I mean, fortunately, I'm one of the weird guys that gets really excited about a Pinto. So
the interior's in pretty fair shape, actually.
It's not bad, and the car itself is actually pretty good. The paint's all right, and it's not too rusty. So it's really a good platform to start for this guy.
Totally. That's gonna be awesome. I'm giving away our next thing we're gonna talk about, and that is this. So this is one of the ones that came back, right?
Yeah.
On the truck with Russ.
Yeah, this truck came from Phoenix. Dad met the guy there somewhere, and he needed some work done, so we're really excited to work on it. It's a 53 5-window, and it's just getting a 6-liter LS with a 6-speed automatic behind it. It's got a really neat full frame under it, 4-link, narrowed Ford 9-inch in the back.
Yeah, look at that.
It's a really wild truck. It'll be really sweet when it's done. So.
In fact, this is what came with it. Look at the size of these, like humongous.
They're wild tires, yeah.
Mickey Thompson's, those are pretty sweet.
Yeah, they're 15 wide, so it looks pretty wild sitting on the ground. It's really a sweet truck.
So this again though showed up with nothing under the hood, right?
Yeah. This is totally empty. This guy, he's got a number of projects on the go, and sounds sort of like he has a hard time finding a shop that's actually able to get anything done ever. So yeah, it should be a really sweet truck.
But I mean, there's a frame and some suspension and nothing in here but a steering wheel, kind of a column,
Not even really an ignition switch or anything.
No, so. Like almost nothing there. So this is like a from the bottom up kind of build.
Yeah. Well, we're actually just going to be getting it. He just brought it here to get it running. So we'll basically just throw the motor in and fire it and whatever,
and go from there.
Yeah, and if he chooses to want to put gauges in and brakes and whatever, that's what we'll do. But for now, we're just planning to basically wire it and fire it.
That's the cool thing. I mean, what you guys do though is that it's totally depending on what the customer wants, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, this guy, that might be all he wants you guys to do. Somebody like say the Pinto over there or some of the other stuff you guys have done have been like complete tear down, put back together. But it's just kind of whatever needs to be done, you guys can take care of.
We can figure pretty well anything out is really what it comes down to, and we're willing to spend the time to do it. So yeah, it's just kind of it's fun, right? So
exactly.
We like doing that.
Awesome. So some pretty sweet stuff here. I mean, that Pinto is so cool. Like,
it's rad.
So cool.
Yeah.
And the truck is awesome too, with all the windows in it. Like, this stuff is going to be so sweet when it's done.
It's sweet, yeah. We're really excited to be working on what we're doing here, and really thankful to be busy all winter. And that Pinto is like, I'm right into the weird stuff.
Unique.
So it's right up my alley. I'm really excited to get going on that.
Totally cool. Hey, by the way, we should just say it again. Like you said before, if you're looking for a rust-free vehicle from the States, especially a little further south.
Yeah.
Russ is always driving back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Sort of coming and going. So if you're looking for something, Russ can be your guy to find one, bring it across the border, take care of all the paperwork and all the brokerage stuff that has to happen, right?
Yeah. And he's really knowledgeable of finding stuff and knows what he's looking for. So he's gonna find you something that's good and worth your time, not a piece of junk. So.
Exactly. So find Russ on Instagram. You can find him on Facebook as well, Russ Buhr. And otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time with the Swap Shop.